Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 7 Days Out. I don't know what I'm going to title this vlog actually. We'll see what we title it, but we're 7 days out from the first show of the season. At the moment, it's Saturday, May 9th. I got the show next Saturday, May 16th. So we're going to be vlogging all week. Got my beautiful girlfriend behind the camera helping me out this entire week, so we'll get some really good footage for you guys. But Coach just sent the peak week plans last night. I'll run you through them a little. We'll kind of bring you through the day. We're a little bit late start to the day. It's 2 p.m. at the moment. Kind of just getting rolling, but it's going to be a good day. We're going to get some sick pumps this week too. But yeah, I do want to run you through actually the plans here really quick because peak week's really cool. And when we woke up, looked like really sick out like that. Is that focusing?
Yes.
Yeah, look like that. So 192.5 pounds this morning, which is where I've been hovering around like 193-ish, but finally like kind of filling out. I was getting concerned because I was looking like shit, but I was just super flat. And you got to get like super flat, and what that means is like the muscle has like no glycogen left in it, but you still got that body fat on, and so you look fatter than you really are. But then all throughout peak week, what we're doing is we're filling up the muscles with as much like glycogen and salt and even water as possible. Then we pretty much cut that water, expel all that water, get rid of all that water, and then the muscles like harden up with all that dry glycogen, and then you remove all the water, and you should look really fucking shredded, really fucking cool. So we're looking good at the beginning of the week. Should look way better at the end of the week because Coach's peak week looks really good. I kind of got discouraged from bodybuilding 2 years ago because like I looked so good all throughout the prep, and then my coach just had like a shitty peak week. It was just like really bad. It was like cookie cutter, and I woke up that morning. I remember I felt like I looked like the most shit I've ever looked in my life, like so bad. Still play second, but this one's looking really good. So I don't want to spoil it all. I don't want to give too much of Jay's stuff away. Your hands getting tired? You prop it up. Okay. But it's looking really good. 7 days out. What we're gonna do today is a light leg day, possibly. He said it's the last day you can train your legs if you want to. I don't really need to. So I may just do upper body all week, quite honestly, because I don't really need to train my legs. Maybe a little bit of hamstrings, though. No cardio this week, which is awesome. Don't want to do any cardio. Food, though, we have a lot of food today. So I already had meal one, and that's 2 scoops of whey, 3 ounces of oats. Guys, 3 ounces of oats is a lot for me. I've been having 1.5 ounces of oats for like the past 2.5 months. So that's twice as much oats in the morning, which is awesome. And an ounce of almond butter. That's what I had like an hour ago. But then meal 2, we got ground beef, white rice, and asparagus. So asparagus is like a natural diuretic. So what we're trying to do all week is like I'm also drinking 2 gallons of water today, which is gonna be hard, but we're gonna get it done. Is we're drinking all this water, and then we're also taking like natural diuretics like expel and dandelion root, and then the asparagus and stuff like that, to really start flushing the body. So like a lot of water in, getting the water coming out, and the body starts to kind of get used to that. And then once you cut the water still comes out. But once again, you're gonna have all that glycogen and all that salt in the muscle, and then she'll look fucking sick. And it's pretty much like that the next couple of days. You know, food adjusts just a little, still high water, and then the water's coming down. Then we got some special stuff on show day and stuff like that, and some special adjustments to the supplements, which are going to drastically change the body. Hopefully I still feel good at the end of the week. But yeah, it's exciting. It's here. Showtime's here. So stay tuned to the vlogs. Make sure you subscribe if you aren't. We'll definitely get a couple of videos out this week for you guys. But yeah, today we're just going to chill, do some work. May go to church today, may do it tomorrow. Not exactly sure yet. Running a little bit behind schedule. Took a lot of D-sip and epithelial last night. Slept a long time. Oh yeah, a lot of new peptides though recently. By the way, check out Handsome Labs if you need anything. We got a lot of cool stuff. But I've been taking D-sip and epithelial this prep, and it's been helping out a lot. So like, I am taking Tren. Okay, I'm taking Tren. A decent dose, not too much. But typically that causes people to like lose out on sleep. And guys, like if you struggle with sleep, Or if you're gonna take something like run this right here, I'm telling you, it's so phenomenal. At first, you're gonna feel more tired. Everyone does, but then once you get used to it, you sleep so much better. It's mega dosing melatonin first off. So I take like 160 milligrams of melatonin a night at the moment. I started off with 30, and then I went up to 60, the 90, the 120. But really around that 100 to 200 milligram range is actually a really good range for a lot of benefits. Really deep sleep, restoring your hippocampus. There's a lot of benefits to it. You can look into it. But mega dosing melatonin has been great. Then the DSIP, which is delta state inducing peptide, that helps you get like really deep restorative sleep. So even if you don't sleep long, you're gonna sleep way better. And then epithyloin is pretty much gonna help your circadian rhythm. Also anti-aging and a lot of other benefits. So I take that every night and my sleep has been pretty fucking phenomenal, pretty great. And then there's some other ones I've been taking as well, like 5-amino 1MQ, SS31, of course, Retta, MOTC a little bit here and there, GHK and stuff like that. So those have been great this prep. Quite honestly, they've made prep so much easier than it was the other years. Yeah, we're gonna get a sick pump later though. And then tomorrow's Mother's Day too. I texted my mom. Hope she texts me back. Hopefully she still loves me. I haven't talked to her in a while. But yeah, we'll bring you through today. I'm gonna quit yapping. I gotta get some client plans. Catch y'all. All right, we are back, and it's later in the day as it was earlier. It's 7 o'clock, and we're heading out to the gym now. Let's go to the lighting over here. Looks good. What do we do all day?
I napped.
You napped. You did some cardio. I did some videos. It took me like 3 hours to make plans for a couple clients I brought on just because my brain isn't working. Made some food, meal prepped some food. Took a walk to the mailbox, edited a video, did some stuff, pretty much. That's where the hour's gone, but now we're going to go train. It's a light training session. Then we're going to get burgers after, which is really exciting. But I got some cool, exciting stuff I got to take. You want to show them? Hold it. Wait, flip the camera around. Here, my fault. Okay, so it's peak week, right? We get to take some cool things to peak. Some orals. Running you guys through the little stack we're about to take. Peptides I took before the gym, MOTC. Took some of that, I think 3 milligrams of it. I'm taking a hefty dose right now. And then some 5-amino 1MQ for some energy, a little bit tired today. But then we get to take some orals. So we're testing out some things to figure out what's gonna do well. First off, we got some Winstrol.
Winnie?
Some Winstrol. 50 milligrams of that right there. With Anavar. Only got a little bit of that left. Halo testing. If you guys don't know this one's like kind of like oral trend is what people say. I respond to it pretty well. I don't get like any of the bad sides from it. And then coach told me to try some Super Draw as well. Kind of see how that stack all fits together. But for anyone curious about the enhanced side of bodybuilding, you kind of drop the injectables week of, just so you don't have PIP or stuff showing. But then you also fill up on orals. And orals are just like fast things that hit your system and really just create a cosmetic look. They're not good at adding on size. They're not really good at taking off fat. It's literally just all a cosmetic look. And so that's kind of what we're stacking up on. Now, of course, there's a lot of fluctuations to the food and stuff. I just thought this would be exciting for people to actually see, what goes on. Because I've always been curious what goes on, but people never show it. So I wanted to show it. So we take that. Of course, it's been a high food day. We've had a lot of food, so that's going to be sick. 2 gallons of water. I'm about a gallon down, I think. Lots of salt. And that's really it. But changes are happening pretty fast.
Sheesh.
Definitely filling up. We got a lot more days to go. We got burgers tonight. Got another really big meal too. So it's gonna be cool and all. Let's go hit some shoulders though. All right, boys. We are at Los Campanos. All the other gyms are closed. We're gonna go to Lift. Los Campanos though. Really good gym. They don't love the cameras in here, but it's a Saturday night. Should be chill. But we got shoulders. The name of the game today is just to squeeze the shit out of them. Not trying to grow new muscle, not trying to over fatigue the body. I'm already pretty fatigued actually. Kind of shaky today because my nervous system's a little shot, but yeah, just gonna squeeze the shell of the shoulders. This is the warm up. 2 sets in, but just warm it up with side lateral raises. literally just like 4 or 5 sets of just getting things working right, and then we go hard. Definitely want to stay away from injury. Keep it light, squeeze the shit out of them, and just kind of pump all that food right into the muscle. Once again, try to eat all that food, get it in the muscle, dry it up, hold it there, and just keep fatigue as low as possible so we come in looking fucking just shredded. Because when you're inflamed and fatigued, kind of hold water more. So chill all week. I shut down business, not doing any business, not doing anything. Everyone can fuck off besides my clients.
And me.
And her.
Yes.
We're just focused on this solely. This is how I know like I'm doing way better than last year, because last year I was so focused on content during like the month of like doing the show. I've like just like completely even shut down business, like not doing anything, because I just want to focus on this. So I know we're gonna come in our best. Gonna finish this up, bring you guys to the next exercise. All right, boys. Gonna
And
get
girls.
and a few ladies,
Right.
probably Surrey and our friends and family. We're doing some dumbbell overhead press and some other things in here. Really don't got much energy, so gonna kind of go lightweight, just squeeze the fuck out of the muscle. I'm fatigued though, I'm tired. The pump's gonna be nuts though. It's looking pretty nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is this day one of prep?
Day one
Yeah.
of
Or
peak week.
A peak week.
Yeah, day one of peak week.
Day one of prep.
Day one of prep, imagine.
Where's the prep, guys?
Day one of peak week. Already looking fucking sick. Think it's gonna be great. Just gotta manage the fatigue and the stress properly, that's all. So, let's do the 60s and we'll do the 60s again. It felt pretty heavy. Oh.
Doing great, babe.
Nothing too insane, boys. Get the pump, get in, get out. Looking. Whew. I'm super excited, yo. I'm super excited to see the look at the end of this week, man. It's gonna be nuts. We're gonna mog. Yeah, absolutely mog. Get into the mirror. Look at the gradients and that. That's nuts. Kind of get some feathering in my tricep. sounds. You like what you see? Weird out flies. The last little bit of energy I got.
I'm flying away, baby. Fly.
Oh, I'm fried. I need a burger and fries. Got a gallon of water more to go. What do you say? Get a couple more exercises in, finish it up?
I think this is my last one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't got much more in you?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do a couple more things to get out of here. It was just light workout, man. I wasn't even supposed to train today. It's supposed to be a rest day, but I didn't walk around much. I was doing work all day, so I was like, we might as well just go burn some calories still. And then Suri didn't want to come, and
What?
she needs to come, so.
You said we should have a rest day.
Whoa, you said that first.
No, and then you agreed with me. You're like, yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Okay, so we're a team, and you're being the weak link. You started it. See, I wanted to do that, but I wasn't gonna do that until you brought it up. So you're who's to blame,
Really?
right?
You're supposed to lead us.
Because you brought it into the world.
You're supposed to lead us. Don't forget that.
Well, remember, Eve was the one that made Adam eat the apple or whatever the fuck. So maybe you woman needs some accountability too.
Women don't take accountability.
I know they don't. They have no clue what that word even means. God.
We're just girls. Right, guys?
What's going on, guys? It is Sunday. We are 6 days out from the show, and we're fogging up out here. As you saw in the clip before, was having breakfast. Didn't say anything because Suri was watching church. We were both watching church, but she was locked in. But we had, once again, same meal plan today that was yesterday. 3 ounces of oats, ounce of almond butter, 2 scoops of whey. It's way too foggy out here. Just boring stuff, man. Just eating a lot of food. I did wake up my lightest today. I'll pop up a photo of what the check-in this morning looked like. It was my lightest weight. A little bit more watery today, but that's because we've been drinking all this water. Got another 2 gallons. I got to stuff down today. I'm still waiting on the X pills to come in, which are like natural diuretics, which pretty much flush water out your body. Those should be coming in today, though. So hopefully I can take some tonight and see what it does to me in the morning. But yeah, I woke up 191.9. Yesterday I was 192.5. So good job after all that food. I can feel my metabolism coming up because I'm getting hungry. But what are we doing this Sunday? It's like 2 o'clock right now. Did some check-ins this morning. We watched church online because Suri had to go meet her mom for some Mother's Day activities, so we didn't really have time to fit in church. Then I laid down, kind of fell asleep for a moment. I am still super exhausted, honestly. I have all this fatigue kind of built up. So today is definitely a rest day. I think if I just have this one rest day today, take it really easy, rest of the week I'll be good. But yeah, I can tell I'm still very fatigued, man. It's kind of annoying, honestly. I don't like it. No one likes fatigue, but I don't like it especially because I'm always tired and I feel useless. Because I'm not able to like do anything I typically do to the highest extent I typically do it to. Like, I'm bad at kind of vlogging. Like, I'm talking fine, but like I'm bad at picking up the camera, remember to do things. I'm really slow when it comes to like client check-ins and stuff. It takes me probably 3 times longer to do the check-in because my brain just keeps blanking halfway throughout it. Like I said, I even shut down business at the moment. Not really taking on any clients unless somebody's like super serious. You know, majority of the time, sometimes people need to like really know about it, really be kind of convinced and stuff. And I'm not looking to do that right now. So I can't wait for this to be over. really. But I think it's going to be a really good turnout. I know we're going to bring home a couple of W's. See if we can can't get the pro card. Who knows, you know? There's a chance, but it's a small chance. But yeah. And then Merritt, my boy Merritt. Merritt's one of my clients. He's one of my fitness clients who kind of became like a really good friend of mine. He's coming out on Monday to stay with us for like maybe a month or two or something like that, maybe even longer. I'm not really sure. I think he's kind of quitting his job and coming out here, which mad respect for kind of taking that risk because we got an extra room over here. And he's going to come prep. He's 4 and 6 weeks out at the moment, so it'd be nice to have him here in person just so I can really, you know, push him, get some W's with him. But he's like a good friend of mine as well, so it's going to be fun to have him out here. But yeah, Sunday's going to be pretty chill. Just want to update you guys on the peak week so far. I'm going to get back to client check-ins. Got a lot of good results coming in, so should be pretty smooth. And if we do anything else throughout the day, I'll make sure to bring you along. All right, boys, just finished up a good amount of client check-ins. Got everybody who checked in done. Got to get the people who come in a little bit late, either later tonight or tomorrow. Sometimes it happens. Got to make sure I reach out to my guys who don't get everything in or just didn't check in. But I want to share with you a couple of really good wins, a couple of really good things going on at Team Handsome PR. It's my coaching team. I want to show you guys Merritt. Merritt, I've showed him a lot on my Instagram story. You might have seen him if you watch my Instagram. But kind of bring you through what we're currently doing with him. He's 4 and 6 weeks out at the moment. I just got to find his profile here really quick. There we go. So we've been working together for over a year now. A year and 5 or 6 months. And when he first came to me, we cut him down to do a show. He got first place in his class. And we did get him enhanced as well. And then we spent 6 months bulking up, got him massive, put on 50 pounds of size. And then now we're cutting back down to do a couple more shows with a lot more size this time. So here we go. All right, so we started the cut like right around here. This was like the last bulk photo. This was like finishing up help phase / kind of like hold phase. A couple weeks ago, about 4 weeks ago, this is where we're at right now. So looking really good. And so that's like 191 pounds, I believe he is this week. Let's see. 196.4, actually a little bit bigger. But yeah, we've dropped, I believe, 12 pounds the past couple of weeks. And when I come to like the 2-year timeline, you can see all the progress we made. You know, came in 195 soy boy. First show, he was 163. Max bulk was like, I think 220-ish. Won't really show me 220. Now we're cutting him back down. But we've been making some great progress. I won't scroll all the way down because it will take forever. But it's been fun. These are my favorite type of clients to, you know, kind of, it's gonna sound wrong to say play with, but my clients to work with is, you know, people who want to get enhanced. Doesn't really matter the age. Typically guys like 20 to 35, but people who want to use some extracurriculars to really make some sick shit happen. You know, I train a lot of natural guys as well, which is also awesome. We make really good progress there for them. But then doing the enhanced size is just, it's really fun as well. Especially people who want to compete, it's really fun. You know, so if you're thinking about getting enhanced, really putting on a lot of size, or really getting lean enhanced, or doing your first show, when you want to do all these things properly with like perfect health, I have really good track record with all my clients of like having pretty much perfect blood work, or even having their blood work improve. Like I'll show you my guy Tyler here. He sent me his blood work the other day because we're 3 months into coaching, so he got some blood work done. And he was with another coach before who had like 1 million followers on Instagram, and he was just throwing them on like random compounds, random shit. He looked like shit. He was 240 pounds, and he was trying to tell me he wants to bulk up, but he was like fat. And I was like, no, bro, first off, this cycle is stupid. You're unhealthy. Your blood work looks like shit. Like it was, cholesterol was all out of whack. Multiple things were out of whack. He was feeling like shit, looking like shit. And now he looks amazing. He's dropped 37 pounds in 3 months. Got him on a cycle feeling way better. And then his health markers are also perfect. So this is where he came in at. 240 pounds. Those were the last coach. 3 months into coaching with him. This is where he ended up at. And then this is where we got him now. So still a bit more fat to go, but that's down 37 pounds. And quite surprisingly, he's using the most amount of anabolics he's ever used. But blood work is perfect. It's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. It's still less than a gram. But we're using like multiple different things. You know, we don't go heavy on like certain compounds. We use a little bit of all the different things we may need to like improve energy, improve sleep, improve anabolism. Is that even a word? I don't know if I ever say it right. The ability to build muscle, you know, sharpening up, all that good shit. Still got prep brain. So a couple of really good wins. And then I'll show you my natural client as well, competing in a show, his first show. He's actually somebody I went to high school with, and he reached out one day. I was like, hey, bro, I want to do the shit that you do. I was like, I got you. It's my boy Justin Blodgett. I think we're about 3 months into the program. We weren't going to do it show at first. We were just going to get him in shape because he was kind of lost in life, not sure what to do. And I was just like, just get in shape first. If you just get in shape first, opportunities will open up. You'll feel a lot more confident. You'll be able to figure out what you want to do in life a whole lot easier. So, like, I understand you don't know what you want to do. You don't want to do this on a third, and you're kind of like already doing something that you don't want to do, but life kind of pushed you there. But let's get you in shape, and I promise you, you're going to find your purpose a lot faster. And I'll show you the progress we've made so far. So let's bring it down to the beginning photos. It's about 3 months ago. So this is like first check-in photos. Looking like a woolly mammoth. Good amount of body fat, in decent shape. And then this is where we're at 5 weeks out. 3 months into coaching, 5 weeks out from the show. Really leaned up, really looking good now. So that's awesome. And that's all natural, not a single peptide, not a single anything. And he's doing amazingly well. And we gave him a lot of food this week. Really high carb week. So he's going to have a lot of food to keep that metabolism going. So a lot of good wins. Once again, guys, if your coach isn't getting you good progress, or you don't have a coach and you want badass results from somebody who actually gives a fuck about you and knows what he's doing, at least I like to believe, that's up to your judgment. There's always a Typeform link in the description of all my videos where you can apply for coaching. If I see that come through and it looks like I can help you out, I'll reach out to you, have a short conversation, and see if we can't work something out. But we got chicken and rice now. Time to get the third meal in. Got a group call in about an hour. Got to crush it with the boys. Everybody inside any one of my coaching programs, mentorship or fitness, gets access to 2 group calls a week. These are fun, so I'll share a little bit of that here in a little. All right, want to run through mandatories first?
Yeah, let's do mandatories. I mean, realistically, your final routine isn't judged. Your 30-second routine kind of matters.
So that's what I was gonna ask. Is that the 30-second when you're out there with people, or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how it'll go, you'll be class B, so I'm trying to think how many people were there last year. How it should go, depending on how many people, is you'll have first look, so everyone will come out in alphabetical order, aka numerical order. Online, they'll just run you through your mandatories quarter.
Tell me how the front's looking.
Pull your trunks up, so you want them to sit higher than you think that you would want them.
Okay.
And this is going to help the taper. Same thing with board shorts, like you want them basically on the bottom of your oblique, like where they are now. That's the same level that you want your board shorts. A lot of guys pull them down.
Okay.
It's the V line. They don't give a fuck about that. It'll help your taper more too, especially because we have really good quads.
Yeah.
We want to hug that way as much as possible, and then those quads flare.
Okay, gotcha.
Are you flexing your hamstring?
Yeah.
Relax your hamstring. So you're hitting it. Okay.
Ready to go? All right, ladies and gentlemen, later in the day today, did the posing call with Jay. I don't know what else we did. Day passed, went to the gym, did a little bit of chest. Definitely feeling it. Estrogen's crashing, man. Feeling the prep. Got a stick pump, I've been doing posing practice for like 45 minutes. Now it's been like 20, 30 minutes, something like that. And share a couple things I got down. I'm gonna share the 30-second routine. I didn't even know Classic has a 30-second routine. I know there's like a finals routine and like mandatory posing, but shows I did, there was no 30-second routine, so but I got it down. And that's all for really today. I'll try to bring you through maybe like a full day of eating tomorrow. We really haven't done one. maybe a workout tomorrow or something like that. I want to get like this out as part 1. Anyways, stop telling you my plans and just show you what's going on. Here, put them in the mirror. You gotta get a little bit closer. There you go. Just getting in my way. Okay. Third set routine, doing legs come out. Long them with the front double by. We're gonna go side tricep. Make sure you see that. Come down. Hit up with that. Boom. Get up. Boom, hit it with a hot sound. This one's got some feathering going on too. Flex that hard. Boom, something like that. I'll do it nice and slow so we get 30 seconds out of it. But it's late, it's like 9:30, so we're gonna go home and chillaxing so you won't see us for the rest of the day. I wanna stuff my face with some cheesecake, yo. You're so good. All right, catch y'all tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday. 4 days out, I believe. Something like that. And we're going to try to bring you through an entire day in our life today. I'll be kind of getting some clips here and there, but bring you through a full day of eating, what I'm eating today. A little bit of training as well, and just what we do. I woke up my lightest today with a really good look. I'll try to pop up the photos on the screen here really quick. But today I woke up at 190. So I'm dropping more and more weight as I don't do any cardio and as I eat more food. Actually, the food got cut a little bit yesterday. It got cut a little bit more today as well. I'll kind of share with you what's going on today. So 5 days out, I had it was 7 and 6 days out, I had a lot of food. Yesterday, which was 5 days out, didn't have as much. Lots of water, lots of sodium. And then today, the food gets cut a tad bit more, like 5 ounces of white rice with every single meal, which is like 50-ish grams of carbs, I believe. And then no extra sodium. And then tomorrow, looks like the food comes up again tomorrow, so that's really exciting. But we got some shoulders and arms today. We're gonna eat, head to the gym, hit shoulders and arms, do some posing practice. Try to go hit this place called Barton Springs here in Austin, which is kind of like a swimming hole. Try to get some sun out there. Look at that. It's looking really good. This is 2 ounces of oats, 1 ounce of almond butter, a scoop of whey protein, a little bit of chocolate chips, and a tad bit of honey on top just to make it taste good. So that's what's for breakfast. Don't know the exact macros on this stuff. Just eat what my coach tells me to eat. And yeah, we slept like an entire 9.5 hours, so feeling really good today. It's gonna be a great day. Let's get after it.
All right, YouTube. All right, boys. What should I call them? All right, jacked and handsome fellas. We are at the gym. We're at Los Campianos, so we're gonna keep it a little bit low key because they are really strict about the cameras, but we're tan, jacked, and handsome, so they can't say shit. You know what I'm saying? We're warming up the shoulders though. Once again, nothing crazy. Just trying to squeeze the fuck out of that muscle, get the carbs in there, get in, get out, and keep it that simple. So we got lateral raises going on with the D handle. Time to squeeze the fuck out of it. We got 12.5 pounds.
You want to do anything else?
Nice and slow. Prevent injury. The estrogen's coming down, so things are getting brittle and tight. Super strange, because I'm getting like a pump, but I don't feel it. The muscles are getting a pump, but I feel zero pump at the moment. That's that low estrogen, man. Kind of sucks, but makes you look sick, I will say that. Dropped a lot of water rate down to 190. And I just can't imagine what waking up on show day is gonna be like, where we cut the water, eat all the salt and all the food, and take some dandelion root. Like, water's just gonna flush out. It's gonna look sick. It's gonna look really sick. And get my tan on. It's gonna be cool. Well, that's our warm up. Let's get the next exercise rolling. Feeling skinny. Feeling skinny. Oh, I can't wait to eat muffins and rice cakes and honey and cheat meals. I'm hungry. See what we're working with. Whew. Looking decent. All right, posing time. Squeeze the last little bit of energy out of me to get this shit done right here, boys. Oh, absolutely beat. Looking pretty snarly though, I will say that. Oh, I don't know why I'm so tired. I haven't been doing cardio and shit. Probably just fatigue from prep. You know, if you lose 40 pounds in 9 weeks, you're gonna be fatigued, man. You're gonna be fatigued all day. But we'll hit a couple quick poses, hold it for a little, get it down. I'm already naturally pretty good at posing and do a lot of it already. Maybe do some later as well. But getting this shit after the workouts, it's fucking exhausting. I know on show day though, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of energy, so if I can get it done now, I can definitely get it done on show day. and it hypes me up. I feel good. Legs looking pretty good. Definitely a little flat down there. You could use a little bit of a pump up. Really just use carbs. Don't really want to pump your legs. They lose that definition. So it's gonna be over like a week of me hitting legs on show day. They're gonna be nice and fucking absolutely ripped. And this one's got a little bit of feathering going on over here, which is cool. This one, for some reason, oh no, it's popping. Yeah, there's some feathering. I don't know if you guys can see that down there. But this one the other day was actually a lot more flat than the other one. This one was like a lot more ripped. Who knows what it is? Like I hit the front double or front relaxed. And when it comes to this posing, you want to keep it as relaxed as possible. You just want to hit it, lock in a little, but if you're flexing too hard, you're actually going to lose really the look and honestly get tired very fast. So as long as I can sit here and hold this with my legs, that's really all I need. Control my breathing. Other side. Hold that. Let's crunch on the abs. Keep everything else nice and relaxed. We'll do it back. Make sure you keep those hamstrings nice and flexed, Ryan, as best as you can. And then side. And we'll go to front double by. Side chest. Back double by. And abs and thighs. Show them the legs. Up. Boom. And hit them with a little, probably fucking side like that. There we go. Those are the mandatories for classic physique. Whew. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and practice my other stuff off camera because it's gonna be a lot more fun to see it on show day. So, see you then.
Getting tan, jacked, and handsome right now. We're out at Barton Springs. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, out of Barton Springs. Check it out. Got a little pool over here. Pretty cool. Trying to get a little tan on though. You think we'll get tan out here? I think so. Get a nice tan before the show. Get a nice color going. Don't want to sit out here too long though. Lose all the water. Oh, but just chilling after the workout. Wants me to get in the water with underwear on. I don't know. I don't know if I should do that. They're gonna come right off. I'm telling you. Underwear would come right off. Possibly. But gonna enjoy some time out here. Head home. Get a couple more meals in. Catch y'all. Alright, it is now Thursday. Day after the last clip, as you can see. I'm gonna do a quick Q&A. I threw up a little question and answer on my Instagram story. I got a couple of questions not an insane amount. Answer some questions you guys got, and then end off part 1 of the peak week here. Get some food today. No sodium, a little bit of training, a lot of posing. Good day so far, a little bit tired though. But after this, get my haircut, go shopping, get all the food, put this vlog together, get a couple calls later, get ready for tomorrow, and then head out in the morning over to Fort Worth, get to the hotel, and get everything going. And that's gonna be the next part. So if you watch this far in the video, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're ready for the next part. I'll get that out ASAP. But yeah, through a little thing of my story, let's see what people are asking. So, Igor wants to know best cruising dosage. It's really person dependent and how extreme you are, quite honestly. You know, if we're just talking a little bit of tests, which you'd be cruising on, typically 150 to 250. You know, 150 is going to be in the really lower range in terms of what's good for like TRT, or like a real health phase, right? It's gonna probably put you still around pretty high levels, but some people super physiological, most people probably just really high levels, and that could definitely help you kind of clean up the system and reset. And then also 200, 250 could be a little bit higher depending on what you were doing. You know, I think if you're doing big, long cycle and, you know, maybe blood work isn't looking the best, probably drop it down lower. But if you weren't doing that big of a cycle, you know, nothing insane, you could probably keep it a bit higher all around, you know. The devil's really in the dosage is what my old coach taught me. And so just look at, like, how much are you really using? You know, if you're using a lot of times, then there's probably also times you should not be using much at all, going really low. And if you aren't using that much, you can generally keep it a bit higher all around, if that makes sense. Because let's say you were to take, like, here's a random number, 10,000 milligrams over a year, right? If you're using a lot for a couple months, then you use a little for a couple months. But if you aren't using that much, you can kind of spread out the 10,000 milligrams a lot more, if that makes sense. Paco, how to know you are in the right path if results doesn't show up despite months of work? I think what's most important is, what are you going after? You know, I think you have to be going after something meaningful is the most important thing. And that's how you know you're on the right path. Like, if you want the simple explanation for how do you know if you're on the right path, is like, just are you doing something meaningful to you? Like, is what you're doing, is what you're pursuing meaningful to you? Because if it is, then results may take some time, and that's fine. Just keep doing what's meaningful to you. If you're going after something that isn't super meaningful and you're not seeing results, well, then it's kind of completely worthless and probably isn't worth your time. You know, so I always think you should go after things that are meaningful. But if you're not sure what's meaningful and you're just trying to achieve success and make something happen, well, fuck, just gotta change something up, I guess, right? But to me, everything I try to go after is very meaningful to me. There's a real purpose, a real intent behind it. And I think typically with that, it's a lot easier to manage and to deal with and to be consistent and to be patient and delay your gratification with what you're going after. Even if the results don't show up, of course. But I also think you're generally going to get better results because it's coming out of a place of realness. I think a lot of people don't even know exactly what they want, and they kind of go after other people's goals and not really their own. And that's the biggest mistake you can make, is you go after what other people want, and you have no idea what you even want. You know what I'm saying? But I'll also ask yourself this, is like, if you're putting so much in, like, if results don't show up despite months of work, then, like, what are you doing wrong? There's something that it's not meant for you. If you're really putting your all in after months and you're not seeing any progress, something's off there, quite honestly. Because in my personal opinion, getting results is pretty, I don't want to say easy, but it's simple. right? Achieving success in anything you do, it's simple. It's not easy, of course, but you should make progress with what you do. Will it be easy? No. But if you make no progress, something's off. Something in your mindset, something in your goals, something is off. And you need to reset and head into a different direction. Tommy says, are you growing a man bun? No. Tommy also says, what happened to the earrings, bro? I just don't wear them anymore. Just don't want to wear earrings, I guess. Wes says, what if you plan on having kids in the future? Which compounds are you going to take for fertility? Simple, yeah. I mean, I'll come off stuff for a while. Maybe just stay on test, possibly. We'll see. But come off everything, clear out my body, hopefully for at least 6 to 12 months. Just so I can kind of get back to as healthy and as natural as possible. And then just take whatever I need to take. HCG, if I really need to, HMG. You know, that kind of comes when the time comes, not too concerned about it at the moment. Yeah, there's protocols, there's ways. All I really know is like when it's time to have kids, I'm definitely going to take some time to really get my body right and make sure it's as healthy as possible. Logic number says, what job would you recommend? A job that you love. If you do something you love, you never work a day in your life. Now, if you got to pick a job, probably get something that is going to improve your sales and communication. You know, let's say like, okay, I got to get a job. I'm just starting off in life or restarting whatever. Get a job that's going to pay you to learn a skill set that is valuable, right? And so definitely get something that deals with humans, in my personal opinion, but also provides you some freedom and flexibility. Like if you go work in car sales, like it's a great skill set to build, but it's not going to give you much flexibility to possibly build something outside of that. Where when I worked at like sunglasses, it was still sales. You were still selling people on sunglasses and making deals happen and helping people make informed decisions. But it would only be like, 5 or 10 people at max that would come in for an entire shift. And so it maybe be like 1 or 2 people every hour that you had to speak to, and outside of that I had time to be on my phone or be on my computer to do other things. So be intentional about the job you get. Don't just take anything. Trade money now for money later. Right? Put yourself in a position to work towards your dreams, and don't get yourself stuck. All right, that's what I mean by don't trade money now for money later. Or not don't, but trade money now for money later, I should say. There's a lot of people that just grab the quickest opportunity when if they were to delay their opportunities, they may get a better one. Michael says, if you started over today, what would you focus on to become successful, faster, the right way? Hit my hookah here really quick. Nicotine's been very helpful on this prep, I'll tell you that. Keep my brain kind of functioning. Okay, if you start over today, what would you focus on to become successful, faster, the right way? I'd say correct things I did is I took a lot of action. That was, I'd say my biggest advantage is I took so much action and made a lot of sacrifice. You could say risks, but definitely made a lot of sacrifice to be in a spot where I could take a lot of action. I think the only thing I would have done differently is probably get mentors and coaches a lot sooner. I didn't hire my first coach up until like 2.5 years into kind of my journey of like, all right, I'm going to try to do something with myself, become somebody. And if I would have gotten a coach a lot sooner, I knew I'd be a lot farther ahead. Because as soon as I started getting coaches and mentors, everything started to change. Because there's a great deal of information out there online, but when you have somebody who has done what you want to do and is giving you that personalized, detailed communication and plan and advice that you need, it speeds everything up. In addition to the accountability coaches give you, kind of having that person in your corner watching over you, it's very helpful. And so everything started to pick up, and every realm, bodybuilding realm, social media realm, business realm, as soon as I got mentors. People ahead of me, they were giving me personalized advice and personalized plans. And so I just would have got coaches a lot sooner. There was many people I put off for a while and eventually did it, and it was very beneficial. But there's a reason the coaching industry has blown up. Largely because there's a lot of business opportunity for people to kind of start their own business, but also because it's useful. It really is useful. Not only is what you know useful, but who you know is way more important than what you know as well. And so when it comes to getting a coach or a mentor, always invest into the person and not exactly the information, if that makes sense. Whenever I'm getting a coach or a mentor, I'm looking to buy a connection more than anything else. And then the better I utilize the connection, the more I get out of it. Last question. What is your favorite compound to run, and what are you using for prep, if you don't mind me asking? Favorite compound? I don't know if I have a favorite, quite honestly. Whatever really gets the job done, but there's nothing that I'm like, oh, I love this so much more than something else. It's more just like what gets the job done. Yeah, I don't have a favorite one, man. Just test. Test is great. What are you using for prep? Testosterone propionate, masterone propionate, and then tren acetate. A little bit of growth before I use a growth. Decent peptide stack. I'll run over that in a minute. And then now we're just throwing in orals, which you saw earlier. That's really it. In terms of the peptides, though, GHK is a daily driver. GHK is great for a lot of things. Staying handsome is what I use it mostly for. L-glutathione injections every single night. L-glutathione is literally the best thing in this world. Everyone should be taking it. It will solve like every single health issue you could possibly have. But it's really helped me stay very healthy on prep and keep my energy up, keep my fatigue low. It's great because oxidative stress is the most cancerous thing, and L-glutathione pretty much destroys oxidative stress. And so I felt way better, way healthier, looked way better on this prep because I've been taking a lot of L-glutathione every single day. I take an injection, which is 250 milligrams or 300, something like that, every single night. You don't need that much. I'm just doing it because of what I'm running, but majority of people would benefit a lot from 1 to 2 injections every single week. Even if you're natural, 1 injection a week could change a lot. Other peptides I'm taking, I added some sleep stuff recently. DSIP, which stands for delta state inducing peptide, and epithyloin, which is also a sleep peptide. Those have been great for sleep. I have not had really one bad night of sleep in a long time, especially after I started taking these. I recently threw in SS31, which pretty much repairs your mitochondria and just supercharges your mitochondria, in addition to MOTS-C. So let me get this right. SS31 pretty much repairs the mitochondria and gets it prepared to work at maximum output. MOTS-C gets your mitochondria to work at maximum output. So when you combine these two, it's really great. For everyone out there, I would start off with SS31 for a little, then added some MOTS-C. It's great for energy, it's great for burning fat. 5-amino-1-MQ, also I threw in recently, great for energy, great for fat burning. A lot of benefits there, love that. Retatrutide, been using. Haven't taken that though this past week because got to eat a lot. And I think that's really it. I think that's really it in terms of the stack of what we've been using. A couple other things I forgot to mention. Been using cardarine, SLU PP332. So cardarine, kind of like a fat burner. It's not a central nervous system stimulant, but it is a fat burner. And there's a lot of other benefits for it. SLU PP332, also a fat burner, not a central nervous system fat burner though. Those two pretty much just help your body utilize your fat for energy a lot better than carbohydrates for energy. So it kind of helps your body kind of switch its energy source and oxidate that fat a bit better. And that's really it. I mean, it's a decent, but it's nothing like major in terms of dosages or whatever. Really, the best way to go is to have a variety of different things, cover many different pathways, we can call it, but use a little amount in each. I think a mistake a lot of people make is they use a lot of lists, like 1 or 2 or 3 things, when I think a lot of people would be way better off utilizing, let's say, half a dozen or several different things, let's call it, but at a lower dose. Yeah, those are all the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1. Part 2 is going to be fire, though. This was kind of bringing you through the week. Part 2 is going to be the fun one, though, okay? So that one's going to be a cool one. Gonna get on with the day, and we're gonna go mog here in a couple of days and bring home a lot of gold. Let's get after it, guys. I love y'all. If you like the video, please like it. Other than that, catch y'all later. Deuces.